Guys, welcome back to the channel. If you have been a subscriber of mine or seen several of my videos, you have inevitably heard me talk about the lake or going to the lake or stuff at the lake or whatever. This video is going to be about me getting a RV cover. A lot of wind out here today. This video is going to be about putting up an 18 by 41 RV cover to cover up my RV, and I'll give you all a little brief tour of the lake and maybe a walk around of my RV that I've talked about several times that I've never really shown y'all. So guys, I'm on Lake Weiss, which is a lake in northeastern Alabama. And while there are houses on the lake, it's a big lake. A lot of the recreation areas out here are done through campsites that you actually own. So we have several sites from here all the way to the lake, past that Jeep down there. And that's my pavilion that my camper used to be under. Of course, you see the smart car that we actually use like a golf cart here. So that does get used, although I need to weed eat around it. That does get used every time we're here as a golf cart. We've got a few campers here that are ours. We have this little Clipper, which is my dad's, and we keep that here for guests and things to stay in. He goes camping in it. Of course, the old Dodge is here. You see Marie's truck in the background, my wife's truck in the background, and then that fifth wheel over there, we'll look at that in a second. So guys, that's my motorhome. Right now it's parked over there just so it's out of the way for when the crew comes to help put up the 18 by 41 shed. That's the RV that it will go under. It's a 40-foot 2002 Holiday Rambler. So this is my brother's fifth wheel. Me and him combined own these lots all the way back and then all the way that way to the lake. It's a real nice fifth wheel, and he is going to get a cover built over it, probably right about where it sits. So guys, we haven't fully recovered from the flood yet, but this is the pavilion. I used to have a camper under this pavilion, and then of course you see a front porch area up there, and then the RV will be parked here with a cover, and that's what we're going to look at today. Then this is our view of the lake. Sunsets directly over that little cove right there, and we have a lot of good times out here. I lost a whole section of video, so the whole segue between me talking about the lake and them building the shed, don't know where that went. So time lapse that I do have of them actually building the shed, and then right after we'll go right into showing you the finished product and the camper RV. guys, here is the final outcome of the shed, and it's exactly what I wanted. It's perfect. This is the lowest budget option that you can get for a shed this size to house that motorhome. 40-foot motorhomes, 41-foot shed. I did elect to only have one drop panel put on one side, not the other side. That side's shaded through trees. 12-foot legs, 18-foot wide, 41-foot long, 6-inch overhang. Actually, it's 40-foot long with a 6-inch overhang on each side. Braced, and it fits the motorhome perfectly. Excuse all the mess. And as you saw, they got it up very quickly. It was about 4 hours from start to finish. Now I have no excuse for the motorhome being disgusting and dirty, so now I'm gonna have to wash it and get it cleaned up and waxed. But let's take a look. I've never shown y'all the motorhome. I have talked about it a little bit, but I've never really shown it. So it's just a 40-foot Holiday Rambler Endeavor, 2 slides, living room and bedroom slide just on one side. This one has the 350 Cummins diesel in it, 7500 generator, all on board. It is a little bit older. It's a 2002 model, and it does need some work. We bought it needing a little bit of work. The person that had it for me thought they were a handyman, and they were terrible with everything they tried to do to it instead of fixing things the right way. And I'm just going to go ahead and bash the person at this point, because I just keep finding little things that just are ridiculous. Instead of fixing things the right way, they thought they could get away with the cheapest possible way, and when you're dealing with something this complicated, the cheapest possible way doesn't always work. So it is on leveling jacks, and leveling jacks work. One of the things they did was they tried to replace a valve, and in order to get away with going cheap and not having to replace the whole valve, they rewired it to where it now dumps. There's a dump valve in the back for the hydraulics instead of it coming off the control panel. So you have to actually go around to dump the hydraulics. And the way they rewired the valve, you don't have side to side, any real side to side adjustment at this point. Just like it all comes down at once. Which, another thing they did was one of the modules for the slides went out, and instead of just replacing it, they rewired it down to some switches in one of the holes in the battery hold on the other side, instead of rewiring it back to the original switches in the original location. So now to have the slides come out, I actually have to go and access switches underneath the battery hold instead of just in the cab like I should be able to. Those are two things I've got to get fixed immediately, but everything else works. It's got the dual zone air. It works fine. The generator works fine. They do have a cheap converter wired in. I guess the converter went out at some point and they wired in a cheap converter. So that's got to be replaced. This particular model did not come with an inverter, so I would like to get an inverter and solar panels and things like that. And I'd eventually like to change over to some lithium-ion, setup. But that's all a long time from now. Right now, let's just go look at the inside. Guys, as we come up into the motorhome, you'll see the captain's chairs. They're actually pretty nice. They are a little worse for wear in areas, but they do spin around. They automatically recline. They have footrests that pop out, so they're actual recliners, and they spin all the way around. This does have the 6-speed Allison transmission in it. I've got my TV up there for now. Probably be moving that. This isn't an original couch. This is one we've put in it, and then it had a couch over here originally, and we obviously had to move that out so we could put the baby crib there. I'm in the process of replacing all the hardware and light fixtures with stainless steel instead of the old school classy as always gold. It has a double privacy shade and then sunshade that come up. It has a good bit of windows. It has a big window here. It has obviously the big front windows, and then both of those windows there. Has a nice baby changing station. We weren't anticipating that, but that's nice. Baby changing station. The kitchen's pretty spacious. You can see I still have some hardware to change out in the process. You can see where I stopped. But all in all, it's not bad. It's probably not as spacious as a big fifth wheel, but it drives on its own. So we do have a residential refrigerator in it. If you're going to be stationary as much as we are as far as here at the lake, this is the best solution. You don't have to worry about the LP or the propane or The only problem is we do need one with an ice maker. Hey girls, come on. Welcome back into the bedroom area. This one does have kind of like a suite bedroom area going on instead of two different areas for the bathroom and the bedroom, which is a little bit different, and that does obviously present a challenge if you have people over or whatever, but we put this curtain up so you can still segregate the bedroom from the bathroom. The bathroom's pretty spacious. The actual toilet is the opposite of spacious. It is a toilet, so yeah. I'm 6'4" and I can actually stand up in the shower. Of course, the shower does hit me right around the chest, but my head does go up in the skylight, so that's nice. Obviously more gold that all has to be replaced. And then the bedroom has a slide, which has a pretty good walking area. A lot of storage over here, closet, wardrobe, all that. Another TV. It does have a place for a washer and dryer. This does not have a washer and dryer in it, but it could be something we add at some point. But guys, that is the motorhome you hear me talking about. The only thing that we have coming up on this from a video standpoint is when I did buy these particular Ramblers, these particular Endeavors do have a steering gear that is less than optimal. So these steering gears that are in these particular models have a lot of play and they will wear you out going side to side. They're also prone to leaking. This one has a pretty massive leak. I've already got a new steering gear from another manufacturer and this thing is massive. It's like 90 pounds with a new pitman arm that fits it and everything. We'll be replacing that with the most popular upgrade. That is not a manufacturer upgrade. This is actually something that someone on the RV net forums figured out just by going to a junkyard. And so we'll be fixing that steering pretty soon. It will be a full day of undertaking. But if we don't replace it, number one, it's almost undrivable at this point. So I have to replace it before we go anywhere. And we will definitely be going somewhere at the end of summer. So guys, if you have any favorite upgrades for your motorhome, or y'all have motorhomes, or want to know more about this one, then let me know, and we'll see what we can do. I mean, I don't know that a big part of my audience really cares about motorhomes. I find all kinds of weird stuff interesting that I never thought I'd like just because of YouTube. So hit me up, let me know what you like. I hope you enjoyed this quick video, and I will see y'all later. Have a great day.